All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. It's time. It's time. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, aka the Z Fold 7 that never dropped. Yes, I'm going to read off some specs real quick and get into my first impressions. This video is sponsored by TechADayGiveaway.com. Be sure to check the description for the latest giveaway of the Apple Find N, I believe, at this point. So get in there, get your entries in, and you can win an Apple Find N. And stay tuned for coverage on the Apple Find N right here on this channel. So this is a switch from the Galaxy Z Fold 6 that I have. My Z Fold 6 is great and everything, but rumor has it this has everything that we wanted in the Z Fold 6. So we'll see what Samsung does later this year in the US market. But this phone was actually released in October of 2024. So we're in beginning of 2025. So it's still new to the market. 8-inch display when it's open, 200 megapixel camera, 16 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon Gen 3. Because it did release in 2024. It's got a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. We'll see how that fares. So we're going to get into this box here. I want to show it to you. Obviously, I've already opened the box, but got to give you, this presentation is pretty cool. So it opens like this. You got a little Samsung thing here, and you pop it off, and there's the phone. And then in here, you've got a case. I mean, this is the way phones should release in the United States market, but they don't. So you pull this out here, and then you've got a case in here. Check this out. Look at this. What they're charging you for in the US, they're giving it to you over here. Isn't that something? And then you got your charging cable and everything in there. So I'll put this aside. Now I'll get to the phone. And already, wow, oh man, it's got like some kind of texture on it, son. That's pretty cool right there. I like that. I like that. The box alone, the presentation, the things that you're getting in the overseas market is just crazy. Like you get a charging brick over there. Ain't that something? What they're charging you for in the United States, they're giving it to you overseas. Nice US market is just a money grab, man. It appears getting less and paying more. So I'm gonna put this in here and get this phone fired up. Man, the texture on here is great. Hold up. Oh man, dude, hold up. What? Hold on. Ooh, I mean, and I'm telling you, I got the Z Fold 6 right here. Wow, this has a really deep grooves for grip and texture. You don't even really need a case, and even on the sides, it has that. I mean, just look at the difference in this right here. It's a little bit wider. I think this is everything that a person might have wanted from Samsung. I like the narrow screen, but this isn't too much more narrow. And I'm going to bring in some foldables and compare sizes. And you're going to be like, what? Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I got you in this video. I'm going to bring in some foldables in just a second to compare this hardware. And you're going to say, wow, man. But this is this is what the Z Fold 7 better look like if they decide to bring it out in the US. This is what it better look like. Let me fire this thing up here. But let's put the 6 aside for a second. Oh, look at that. Look at that, man. What the first boot looking like? So I gotta choose English, United States. All right, man, check this out. This is, ooh, man, I can't wait to put this next to the 6 for you, because I know a lot of you guys is interested. But I gotta tell you, this thing feels, right off the rip, the hardware on this just feels really good in comparison to the 6. It's got like these ridges all along the entire device. Man, they better bring the thunder when it comes to the United States market, because this just isn't right. All right, guys, I decided to cut the video from the intro and go ahead and just get straight into setting up the device. And I've been playing with it for a little bit now, and man, I gotta tell you, this is just, man, this 8-inch display here. I'm gonna load up some content because I want to show you something also in the camera in comparison to my Z Fold 6. So, and ironically enough, look what the default wallpaper is on the Z Fold 7 or Z Fold SE, whatever you want to call it. This is like that perfect size. I'm going to bring in some other foldables here to show you what I mean. So I'm going to be testing the cameras with this phone and a few other things, software, and while I have it in house, and just, you know, the hardware is obviously the first thing I want to compare for you. So the first phone I got to compare it to is the Z Fold 6. And if you look here, obviously it's bigger than the Z Fold 6. It's a little bit wider, but it's perfect, man. It's like, this is like OnePlus Open territory. That is the size of this phone right here. So I think a lot of people, and also you notice the SIM card tray is on the top here and not on the side like the Z Fold 6. See that? So I think a lot of people, if you could get your hands on this phone right here, this Z Fold 7 or Z Fold SE, whatever you want to call it, you're gonna like it way more than the 6. It's just a little bit bigger. And at first, when I saw that, I was like, man, I'm gonna appreciate how much bigger it is. Man, getting this thing in hand, it feels like just what the Z Folds should have been about 3 generations ago. And it just goes to show that Samsung can do it. They just choose not to. That's the thing, man. They choose not to. And get the font up to my vision. Don't hate. All right. They choose, you know, not to bring out these phones to the U.S. market for whatever reason. I don't know why they do it like this, man. But these things are totally night and day when it comes to the hardware. And the software, so far when I've been playing with it for a little bit, the software is what you think it is. It's definitely smooth, buttery smooth. It's got the same. It's got a few things on here are in a different language, but I'll just remove those and then that's it. But other than this, man, I mean, this is what a foldable from Samsung should have looked like 3 or 4 years ago. It's nuts. It's nuts to know that they can bring this to a different market, but they're not bringing it to the U.S. So before I get into, let me open up the screens here. Before I start showing you some of the other foldables here on the desk, I want to show it to you exclusively with this next to my Z Fold 6. Oof, this is nuts, man. This phone is so nice. You can see just how much bigger it is. Let me hold it up for you. This phone is almost doggone near perfect, man. This is the phone that Samsung needed to have brought to compete in the U.S. market. They will be dominating the U.S. market, I think, of this size. And it's really, folks, I'm saying that, but it's really just the size and footprint of this phone. This phone right here should have been bumped up to this 2 to 3 years ago, 3 to 5, whatever you want to call it. This is the perfect size for a foldable. Perfect, because it's right in line, I think, with the OnePlus Open. I'm going to bring them in here in a minute, but first I'm going to fire up a video on both of these phones, fire up the same video and show you what I'm talking about. All right, I've got both phones set at the same position here. I'm just going to play them. I have the volume turned down on them because I want you to see what these screens look like. Now, this screen on the Z Fold 7 or SE, let's just call it the Z Fold 7. It's bigger, and also you can see just in this orientation right here how much you get a little bit more screen for the video. I kind of have it down a little bit to kind of match it a little bit, but you get a little bit more screen for the video. You can see there, you get a little bit more screen, and the colors are accurate. Both phones are producing the footage roughly the same to me. I don't know if a video you see anything different, but I'm recording with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Again, congrats to those winners of the winner of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. you'll be getting an email. You'll be contacted by techadaygiveaway.com. He'll reach out to you and he'll get it going. So, but this is what it looks like in this orientation. So you obviously have a bigger screen, so you get more canvas to watch content. So I'm going to make it big here. I'm going to turn it this way. And then I'm going to turn it this way. And then you can see here, again, in this orientation, you just get a fraction more. You get a fraction more of content. But I don't think anybody will watch it like this personally. Just having it in this orientation right here with this big old foldable phone is going to be perfect. So you realize I can recognize the real estate a lot more in this orientation, getting more screen over here. It's just a fraction bigger for resolution on this. So another thing I found to be different than the Z Fold 6 because of the size of the screen, I found this right here. So when I open the cameras and I go to my special video orientation that I like to do for foldable phones when I have a Z Fold device. And also this device has 8K recording. Has 8K recording. Matches the Z Fold 6 for the camera content. But when we go here, if you notice here, this one has 9x10 and this one has 6x7. And that is that full screen that I like to shoot in for you guys who have foldable devices. You just get so much more canvas. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So anyway, all the settings and everything on here, if you look, pretty much the same. And you can hit the plus sign. You can add more stuff, move it around, or whatever. You slide it around to adjust them down. So I can put portrait video down here like that. And you can do it over here too. So you hit save and save. But anyway, let's take a look at hardware in comparison to some other foldable devices. That's from my case that I got on there. It's like some adhesive or something on. This texture on here is a touchy, grippy feel, and this is a textured, ridged feel. So this is a smooth but grippy feel, but this is a texture feel around this entire phone. It's almost that weird, like scratching the chalkboard type of, you know what I mean? Like, this is so much better though, because I don't foresee myself wearing a case on this at all. So now we've got these here. Let's bring in another fold here. The Honor V3. You can see the Honor V3 is going to be a lot thinner. Obviously, it's going to be a lot thinner. But it's almost the same height and almost the same width pretty much. It pretty much is. But the fold has flat sides. So it looks a little different. And then we got the Pixel Fold 1. Obviously, this is a whole nother league of size and footprint. I just wanted to show it to you anyway. And then you got the Pixel Fold, or excuse me, the Pixel 2. This one's a little bit shorter, but it's wider. And then the footprint on this, when you open it up, is different. Way thicker bezels and everything. It just looks different. Bigger screen, everything. It just looks really good. And then obviously if I open this one up here, I don't think this one's powered on. Yeah, it's not powered on. But still, you can see the orientation of just how different it is. And then the Beast here, you can see the orientation of this one here. And then lastly, but not least, the OnePlus Open. It's about the same width. It's just shorter. Just a hair shorter. But it fits the footprint of, oh, it's not powered on. But anyway, it fits the footprint of this phone right here. As far as the width goes, but you still get a much bigger canvas on the Z Fold 7. And then a phone that I haven't even taken out of the box yet. Stay locked. The X Fold 3 Pro from Vivo is in the house. I'll see you guys in the next video. I've got to get out of here. I want to give you my first impressions of this hardware. I think the software is going to be good. I don't foresee any problems with the software, but what I do want to check out is these cameras to see how they compare next to the other foldables in the group. So I'll be doing a camera comparison coming up soon. Stay locked. Oof, this thing is nuts. This is the biggest foldable screen I've had in to date. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.